your host for the evening, Jim Bowen.
Nice, thank you very much. Lovely. Welcome to Bullseye. Well, we're at it now, well into the series. What about last week? I couldn't believe it last week when the lads missed it. Oh, dear, dear. Let's hope they do it tonight. A nice warm round of applause for the first couple who are going to play with us on Bullseye.
From Central, John and David Gray.
Hello, John. How are you?
Right.
Tell us where you're from. It's obviously a Midlands accent. From?
Whalley.
From Whalley, yes, I know it. Nice part of the world, isn't it, that?
Yeah,
what do you do for a living, Dave?
Pattern maker.
A pattern maker. You married?
Yeah.
Any family?
No.
No family?
No.
How long have you been married?
7 years.
Really?
No.
I've got a book about it. What about you, John?
Yes.
Oh, right.
That's
So,
it.
I never asked a question and we got yes.
No, that's it.
You're married?
Yes, yes.
Any family?
Yes, I got two boys.
Two boys?
Yes.
How long have you been married, John?
8 years.
All right. Any hobbies?
Fishing. That's me.
Most popular sport, isn't it? It's frightening that. The more people fish than anything else, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, nearly everything else, isn't it? What about you, John?
Oh, I like playing pool.
Do you? Are you an athlete? Because you're like...
No.
You're not? Because, like, you're a model for a dipstick, really, aren't you?
Yeah, well, it's getting a bit close now, yeah.
You're incredibly slim, aren't you? Must be the envy of all the athletes in the world, that. Because he's... Well, I should keep working on that, eh?
I've got it. Every night.
How long... It's brewers, isn't it? Do you drink a lot?
Nah, not a lot.
You spill most of it, didn't you? Yeah. Nice to have you both with us. Privileged to have you here. John, off you go into your little seat there, and Dave, there you go. And the next couple who are going to play with us on Bullseye. Come on, look at that.
From Television South, Carol and Steve Peckham.
Hey and Steve, right, come on, tell us where you're from.
From New Forest.
The New Forest, that's right, Southampton, Winchester. Beautiful part of the world, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is.
When you walked in, I saw the face grow a bit. Were you a bit frightened when you came home?
Yeah, I've been frightened ever since I got it.
Have you really? Well, it's funny, isn't it? It's different when you get on, isn't it? Are you happily married?
Yes.
Have you any family?
Not yet.
Not yet. How long have you been married?
Only a year and a half.
Just a year and a half. Well, you're up late, really. What do you do for a living?
Pipe fitter.
A pipe fitter, yeah. And do you still work, Carol?
No, just a housewife.
And no family, so it's... Well, it's not a bad life, is it? You were the dart player, Carol?
Yes.
Why is that? Because it's unusual to have a lady who's... Are you really into darts?
Yes, I've been into darts since I was 15.
Have you really?
He didn't really start playing darts until he married me.
You made him have it, then? Darts as well? Well, that's another bit. That won't go out. Never mind that. Don't worry about that. Knowing Harris, it probably will. Now, listen. Smashing to have you with us. You're a right good-looking couple anyway. It's really lovely to have you on the show with us. Yeah. Over there, Steve.
Right.
And down there, Carol. Nice to have you. And the third couple tonight going to play Bullseye. Come on, listen up.
From Harley, Pat and George Parsons.
Hello, Pat. Really talked to you yet, have we? First time to talk to you. Where are you from?
Western-super-Mare.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice part. Holiday resort, of course, isn't it?
Yeah.
I come from a holiday resort. Well, a resort is the last. Morecambe. Yep. Have you heard of Morecambe?
We have, yeah.
There's one thing to be said about Morecambe. The beach is near the sea.
Yeah.
Well, no, Western's not bad, is it? It's a nice, warm, friendly place, isn't it?
It is.
In the West Country.
Yeah.
Lovely quality of life down there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everything's
Definitely.
slow and it's great. What do you do, George?
I'm a heating engineer.
Heating engineer?
Yes.
Your own business?
I work for myself.
You work... Well, that's his own business, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just say yes? What about you, Pat? Now, don't say just a housewife.
Well,
Have you
I'm
got
a
a family?
bookkeeper then.
Well, you keep the books for the family?
Yeah.
It's all straight and there's none of that through the
No,
offer? None of
no,
that?
definitely
No,
not.
no copper
Definitely
piping
not.
welded
No.
down and is it?
No.
None of that?
No.
Have you family?
Yes, Yeah. four.
What have you? 4? Oh, well, you've done more than pipe fitting then, over you. Happily married, obviously. You look lovely and happy.
Yes.
You've got your own house down in Weston.
Yes, yeah.
And is business all right?
Pretty good.
Good.
Pretty
Looking
good.
forward to playing the game.
We are.
Do you feel nice and relaxed?
Oh, yeah.
Not too bad. You obviously
Not
look
too
nice
bad.
and
A little
comfortable.
bit, but-
Just, well, that's good. A
Yeah.
little bit of nerves is good, isn't it?
Puts you
All
in the right place.
That's right. Pat, off you go to your little seat. George, lovely. Well done. Smashing couples, aren't they, all three of them? Come on out. Okay. We'll go through it again, just to remind you. Come and have a look at the board, and we'll just remind you exactly how the game goes. It's the Bullseye dartboard with all the categories round the board, and in each category we've got bonus areas, and this is the different element of the game. These bonus areas of 30, 50 and 100, these can be won by the dart player by hitting the subject chosen by his partner. And if he hits the bullseye, and you'll not believe this, he can get £200. What about that? Now, you should do it as though you mean it, you see. Once the subject's gone, of course, once the subject's been hit, it drops out of the game. All right, just like the last series. OK. Now, we have arranged the order of play before we came on the air, and they're all sitting there all ready to play the game. You can see them all. Now then, the value of the questions in the first round is £30. So we're looking at John to choose a subject for David to play the game.
Showbiz, please.
Showbiz. So it's David to throw, and we're looking at showbiz. It's helping him there, flashing, showing where to hit the board. And he's done it. He's got a £30 bonus before we even start. Well done. Who became the Force's sweetheart?
Vera Lynn.
Right, you've got that right. Give him a round of... All right, Steve, look at the board.
Spelling, please.
Spelling. All right. Come on, Carol. Nice and relaxed. Flashing to help you, Carol. Don't worry about it. You've got a question on words. There's no bonus, but you can still get this question right, and it'll give you £30, and it is early days. What is the singular, Steve, the singular of mice?
Mouse.
Mouse is right for £30. That's all right. Yeah, fine. Make them nice and relaxed. Now then, Pat, choose a subject for George.
Places, please.
Places. All right, George. In you go. Flashing to help you. He's not. In fact, he's got you a question on sport. But if you can answer this, you still get £30, so don't worry too much about that, Pat. Here's your question. What's the name of the Test cricket ground at Leeds? Now, it's...
Headingley.
He's absolutely right. Headingley's absolutely right. All nice and relaxed. At the end of that round, we've got John and David with £60, Steve and Carol with 30, and Pat and George with 30. So we move on to round 2. And this time, the questions are worth £50 each. But they are a little bit more difficult, and of course, we've got less categories for the dart player to aim at. Let's look at what we've got left. We've got food, places, affairs, history, books, Great Britain, and spelling. All right, John, look at the board. What about it?
Spelling, please.
All right, so it's David to go for spelling. Not forgetting the bullseye and the bonus, of course. And he hasn't got you what you wanted. It's a question on Great Britain. So here's your question. No bonus, but the question is worth £50. For whom is Chequers a country residence?
Prime Minister.
Exactly right. Super answer, that. Yes, well done. Well done. Come on, Steve, choose a subject for Carol.
Spelling again, please.
Spelling again this time. Come on, Carol. You relax now, there's plenty of time. It's not, and sadly it's Britain, and the category is gone, so we can't even ask you the question. Still early days. Pat, look at the board and choose a subject.
History, please.
History. Now then, George. It's not, it's sport. And the question's gone, so we can't ask the question. So at the end of that round, gives us the scores with John and David £110, Steve and Carol and Pat and George both with £30 each. As we move to round 3, and this here it can all upend because the questions are worth £100. They are a bit more difficult, and we have got less categories. Let's have a look at what we've got left to aim at. We've got food, places, affairs, history, books, and spelling. What about it, John?
Spelling, please.
Spelling for David. Great Britain, and we can't ask the question because it's gone. So we move on and we look at Steve. Choose a subject.
Affairs, please.
Affairs. This is current affairs, Carol. It's flashing to help you. And she's in. She's got you a £30 bonus. And here's the question on current affairs for £100. Name one of the 2 men who were the chief contenders in the February 1982 election in Era.
Charles Hoy.
He's right for £100. All right, Pat, look at the board, choose a subject.
Food, please.
Food. Right, this is for a £100 question on food. Come on, George. Is there a £50 bonus? That's excellent. And here's the question on food, and it's for £100. £100. Which vegetable delicacy also produces fern-like leaves, and they're used by florists?
Asparagus?
Is right for £100. Well done. Excellent. So at the end of round 3, we have the scores with John and David with £110, Steve and Carol with £160, and Pat and George with £180. What a turnaround. We've got to say cheerio to John and David. Give them a nice warm round of applause. Come on, boys. That was a turnaround, wasn't it? Dear me, you were well away, weren't you, then? And then with the last round, it all went. Never mind. You've got the Bullseye darts and the Bullseye pen, and you've got £110, which I'm going to count out for you now. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, £110. Pick that money up with our compliment. It's been lovely having you with us. It's been worth you coming anyway, hasn't it?
Definitely.
There you are. It's been a lovely having you with the lads. A great couple. Come on. Give them a nice warm round of applause. Fine. Now we move to round 2, and here, as you all know by now, we use a normal, traditional match play dartboard. And you remember, in this part of the game, the 2 remaining contestants compete in 3 rounds of darts against each other, and the highest scorer of each round wins for his partner a question, and the value of that question is the winning score. So it's pounds for points, all right? Carol, up to the hockey and score as many as you can to get a question for your partner. That's fine, George, you stand here. And it's over to Tony Green.
It's round 1. Carol throwing. It's treble 20. Single 20. And that's a 5. That's 85.
Good girl.
George needing 85. Single 1. That's 18. And that's a 5. That's 24. So Carol wins the first round.
So here we go. We're looking now. This is for you, Steve. And the question for £85. People of which religion worship in a synagogue?
Jewish.
The Jewish religion is right. Marvellous. £245. We move on to round 2. And in again, Carol. Over to you, Tony.
Second round. Once again, Carol to throw. Single 20. It's a 5. That's another 20. That's 45 for Carol. George with 45 to beat. That's out the board. Treble 20. And that's a 12. That's 72 in the second round to George.
So this question, Pat, for £72. Which acid in a lemon makes it taste sour?
Citric?
Citric is right for £72, giving you £252 into round 3 with all to play for.
So the final round, Carol to throw. It's double 20. Single 20. And that's another 20. That's 80 scored for Carol. George, what to do? 80 to beat. Single 20. That's a 5. That's another 20. That's 45. So the third round to Carol.
Right. So here's your question. Steve, answer this question. Takes you through to the next round. What is a condor? I'll spell it for you if you like. C-O-N-D-O-R.
It's a bird.
Is a bird. Is right for £80, giving you a score of £325. Sadly, we've got to say cheerio to Pat and George, but they're still going away with £252. Give them a nice round of applause. They've done very, very well. It was was all to play for in that last round, wasn't it? Have you enjoyed it?
Oh, yeah, certainly have.
You've done very, very well. The money's there, £252, so it's been well worth you popping down to Birmingham to see us, hasn't it?
Certainly.
And you've got some lovely tankards, cut glass tankards, with Bully, it's all engraved on there, and the Bullseye darts and the pen. It's been lovely having you with us. We'll see you in a couple of throws. Thank you. Great on the last series, we did the charity gamble with a star dart player, and only two did it. One was Linda Batten, and the other was this fella you're going to meet now. Give a nice warm round of applause to a Lancastrian, Mr. Billy Leonard. Hey, really, we were so thrilled last time because only two did it. You and Linda, didn't you? That's right. And Linda did it earlier on, of course, in the series.
Yeah.
To do it twice is, asking a lot, isn't it? We hope you do it tonight. He did it last time for us because, you know, we double the money. If he gets 301 or more, we double it, and it goes to the charity chosen by the finalists. Give him an encouraging round of applause as he throws to charity. Billy Leonard, he's a lovely fella. Go on,
Billy, former News of the World Champion, throwing first down. Single one. Treble 20. And single 20, that's 81. Treble 20. Single 20. Another 20, that's 100. To 6 stars then, Billy, with 181. 3 to go. Single 20. Treble 20. And that's a single 20, another 100, but that's 281.
Marvellous round. 280, well, it's very close, wasn't it? Yeah. Very consistent throwing, that was... Come meet the couple who've chosen the charities now. Come and stand and tell Bill about this charity.
It's to put money towards a guide dog for a New Forest person, for a blind person.
For a specific person in the New Forest. And is this something you've got an interest in at home? You're working on that cause, are you?
Yeah.
That's marvellous. You have £281, that's well on the way, isn't it? That's
Thank you very much indeed.
I'm sure you must be very grateful to Bill Leonard. He's a lovely fellow, isn't he? Bill, it's been a privilege having you. What a lovely man. Thanks, Bill. Well, how do you feel? A bit like that now. Are you surprised to get to this stage?
Yes.
Well, honestly, you've done very,
pleased.
very well. You really did come back from the dead, didn't you?
I did.
I thought you'd gone in the first round. It was marvellous getting that 100, wasn't it? Yeah. We're going to show you a dartboard now. You know what I'm going to say to you, don't you? It's the Bullseye Star Prize board. Come and have a look at it. I'll explain it to you. It's a test of memory as well as skill, this. Listen very carefully. We've got black segments and red segments. And in every red segment, there's a super prize.
In 1, for a suntan all the year round, a 10-element sunbed. In 2, a stereo car radio cassette with speakers. In 3, an upright freezer with shelves and fast freeze compartment. In 4, wake up to the sound of music and a refreshing cuppa with this radio alarm teas made. In 5, a D-shaped hall table with a green embossed leather top. In 6, a 3/4 length ladies' sheepskin coat. In 7, a microwave oven with automatic turntable and special defrost setting. In 8, for the children, in fact for the family, a cartridge video game. And Bully's prize this week, a remote-controlled videocassette recorder capable of recording 7 separate programmes on 7 different channels over a period of 7 days.
Now then. All right. 9 super prizes there, and we're giving you 9 darts. 6 for you, Carol, and 3 for you, Steve. All right. So we want you to throw the first 3. Now listen, a little poem to help you. In this game, keep out of the black and in the red. Now you get nothing at all for 2 in a bed. All right. If you get 2 in the red bed, you lose the prize. All right. So best of order, game on, and it's over to young Tony.
Is Carol throwing first 3 darts? That's in the red, it's number 6.
That's fine, that's the lady's sheepskin coat.
Another red, number 7.
That's a microwave oven.
It's in the black, very, very near to full.
Never mind, you've got 2 on 3. That's a marvellous start for you. The sheepskin cut and the microwave oven. It's Steve to throw. If you all get 2 out of 3, it's marvellous.
Steve with 3 darts. Well, that's in the red. It's number 8.
That's fine. That's the video game for the children.
That's in the black. And that's in the black, very near the ball. Very unlucky, Steve.
Never mind, you're still doing very, very well. You've got 3 super prizes. Take your time, Carol.
3 darts to go. Carol to throw. That's in the red, number 3.
Ooh, that's the fridge freezer.
That's the bullseye!
Video cassette recorder. Throw it anywhere. Throw it anywhere. Right, that's
And she
fine.
took no
That's
chances,
marvellous.
threw the last one away.
Let's have a look at what you've won. Can't believe it. You have won the fridge freezer, the ladies' sheepskin coat, the microwave oven, the video game, and the video cassette recorder. What about that? Isn't that marvellous? Now, listen very carefully. Listen very carefully. What an incredible night you've had, haven't you? You really come out right from nowhere.
Yes.
Remember what you've won. We're going to ask you to consider a gamble. Gamble the prizes you've won there. They're yours. You can take them away if you want to. You can gamble them against tonight's star prize, which is hiding behind Bully. And all we want you to do is throw 101 or more with 6 darts. 3 for you, Steve. 3 for you, Carol. And you've got the time it takes that board to revolve to tell us. Now, please have a chat about it because you've got a lot of money there on there.
No, thank you. No,
You've decided already.
No,
haven't
we'll
you?
keep what we've got.
You're
thank
going to take what you've got. All right. Well, look,
Yes.
hang on. I don't blame them. I really don't blame you. All the prizes you've got, and £325. All those prizes. You've got the Bullseye darts, the pens, these 2 super Bullseye tankards. It's been marvellous having you with us. We're thrilled to bits you've won. Give them a nice round of applause. Well. Now, you know what we do. First time in the series this has happened. They're not gambling for the prize, so we bring back the couple who came second in the competition, Pat and George. Give them a nice welcome back on stage. Well, it's nice to see you again. Did you think you were coming back?
No, not really. No.
Now we'll ask you the same. You've won £252, and you can gamble that, if you like, against tonight's star prize, which is hiding behind Bully. 101 or more with 6 darts. What do you think?
I think I'm quite happy as I am.
They're going. I don't know what to say about it, but there you go, George. I'm not sure I blame you, but there you go. £252. Thank you very much indeed. After you did it. Thank you very much indeed. Well, now, so what do we do now? The first time in 2 series this has happened. We bring back the couple who came 3rd in the competition. That's David and John. Bring them back on stage. Sorry, Dave. Sorry. All right, John. Now then, the same applies to you now. Come back. I bet you never thought you'd be back here at this stage, did you?
No way.
You've got £110. You can gamble that for tonight's star prize. 101 or more. 3 for you and 3 for you. What do you think?
I think another go.
You've got... Ah, yeah. All right. Careful. A non-dart player to go first. A non-dart player to go first. All right. Come and stand with me. Come and stand there, Dave. Over to Tony. Come on now. What marvellous if we do it.
Well, every chance now. And it's John throwing first for tonight's star prize. Well, that's double 5. That's a single 5. And that's a 14. That's 29. So David needing 72 and 3 darts in which to do it. That's double top. That's treble 20. That's the star prize!
Thanks for watching Bullseye. Thanks to Bill Leonard. Thanks to Tony. Can't believe it. Watch us next week because the show would never be the same without a bit of Bully. Good night. God bless. See us next week.